Okay. Yay! We made it here. Okay, let's go over the questions first.
Yeah.
How are the elements of the plot important in these stories? How does exposition either tell us, wait to tell us, or not tell us things about characters that adds to how we respond to the story? What is the major conflict in each of these stories, and how does that relate to the story's message? When does the climax come, and how is that important to the story's message? How is the conflict resolved or not resolved, and how does that add to the story's message? In each case, quote the story to support your answers, and explain why the quotes are important and how they help answer the question. Okay, so that's a lot to try to remember. So first, how are the elements of the plot important in these stories?
Which one are we starting with?
Exposition. Oh, wait. Was it elements of
The cast or the lottery?
Yeah.
Creeper.
This is actually really weird.
Yeah, I didn't understand.
Yeah, a lot of like even the wording was like this doesn't make sense.
I just have to look up the summary.
Oh, you didn't do that. That's what I was supposed to do.
Here.
Because I was like
Smart.
reading it, like,
Yeah.
I was like,
So what'd you learn from the summary?
So this is about like a small village. It's about like 300 people living in, and wait, I'm talking about
The other one?
Okay, we'll start with this one.
The lottery or the
The cask.
I think this one was
Wait,
about
this
they
one
were,
is
like,
about
going
two
for
men.
the
They were like
tunnel.
going in a tunnel.
Yeah.
I think they were like trying to like taste wine or something, and then one of the guy was like get mad towards the other guy, and then he came up with the plan to take him down to the tunnel, and then the other guy didn't know anything about what's gonna happen, and then while they're going in, the other guy gave him the wine to make him drunk, and then he ended up like locking him under the tunnel.
That's right.
Down in the cellar.
Yeah.
So
It's like an old English
Mm.
kind of.
I just
like,
remember
words,
they're like
so,
talking about how they've seen like heaps of bones and things like that, like while they were going down.
that's such a weird place to like keep. Well, okay.
I can think of like a cellar. You know how you see in like the older movies or
Yeah, like-
movies how they go.
They go down like
Yeah, it's
It's
like
like a
the
prison,
cellar.
kind of.
Yeah. But really, it's just where they.
This
store
was
their
a
wine.
crypt though, right?
Was it a crypt?
It says a little further up.
Crypts are creepy. I've been to a few.
Oh, yeah.
A deep crypt.
Oh, right, yeah.
In the crypt, at the end of the crypt. So a crypt really is like an underground grave.
Yeah. Well, a set of underground graves. A whole bunch. It could be anywhere from like 4 to 500.
So that makes sense why they're seeing like skeletons and dead
Yeah.
bodies.
Everything like that.
That's a weird place to hang out. So I think that explains kind of why this guy is so disturbed.
Poe?
The guy that kills the other guy.
I know, they're all disturbed.
But they
and
actually.
the name is like very hospital. Like
Yeah, I was like.
look at more in.
Yeah.
Maybe the skeletons represent something. Maybe they represent the death of the guy that he locks in the basement.
Okay, so how are the elements of the plot important in this story? It really takes us through the story, like, I don't know. Like exposition, it's like the background where we learn about these two guys. And then,
How it all happens. Yeah. That's where you go.
interesting. How did the story make you guys feel?
That one?
I didn't like it.
Made me feel like
Confused.
I don't understand.
confused. I mean, I've been in a crypt before. Not the funnest. Very dark.
Well,
Big old road.
like when I was reading the summary, it's kind of like sad because these two characters are like they know each other, but I just imagine like me and a friend, like close friends, in the situations and like how can we plan such thing?
Why did he do that?
Yeah. Because the other guy wasn't like have the intention of like there's something happening because he just go with the flow with him because he wants him to go with him under that tunnel without thinking that there's gonna be something bad happen.
Yeah, so like the build up for that was like I didn't even expect that to
Yeah.
happen at the end. So I guess like that's the expedition, right? That's
Yeah.
what it's like how it's a bit kind of like a build up. So like you weren't really like you didn't really know that it was going to happen. So
And the fact that he make him drink the wine so that he can get drunk,
mm-hmm.
and then he end up locking him down, and then because there's some part where I read like the other guy was like laugh kind of because he thinks like it's a joke, but then he end up it's not really a joke. It is happening.
He's locked down.
It's kind of like when Captain Moroni tried to free his people in that one city, where they sent in the guy named Layman. Yeah, it was Layman. He was a Lamanite by blood. He had wine. It's like, here, yeah, I have wine, but we're gonna save it. And I'm like, no, I want to drink it now. And he's like, fine, do what you want. And then the guards got drunk and fell asleep. And when they came to, Ron had taken the city and freed his people. Like, oh.
Alcohol is pretty powerful.
Alcohol is not good. It's one of Satan's substances.
Okay. So, what you were saying goes along with the second question. The exposition waited to tell us and didn't really tell us much about the characters.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't really understand this conflict until the end when this guy's dead, and we're like, what?
Yeah.
So, that kind of, I don't know, I like that kind of like puts a big twist on the story and like changes things a lot. Because you think it's just these two guys going to like a creepy place to drink, but in the end, like, one of them's dead.
Still like kind of confused on why.
Both of these stories that happen. Just let's go along and all of a sudden, let's go kill somebody.
I don't know say that.
What are we talking about?
I'm trying to say the name of it. I didn't know how to say that.
What's the major conflict in this story?
Is there a major conflict?
The one guy ends up down. So,
So yeah, that's.
I mean, people have died for
how does
less.
it relate to the story's message? I don't know. I've been trying to figure out the message of the story, but maybe it has to do with like. So, what Steve was saying earlier made me think. Like, I don't know. He imagined himself with his best friend, or a really close friend in this situation. Maybe that's how the other guy felt. He hadn't realized that he had so deeply offended the other dude, and the other dude had never expressed like his disappointment or his anger, and so it just festered, and then the guy like
Killed him.
decided to kill the other dude. So maybe the message could be to like be careful with your friendships. It's a weird way to go about telling that message, but
I mean, guys, I don't think this would actually happen because menfolk will like, yo, you're being an idiot, stop. So, I don't know, it might happen with women, but no offense, but I've seen it happen. Not to death, but see friendships torn apart because of one little word that someone said.
Or maybe they have like a previous disagreement about something, and then the other guy doesn't have like what's the word? Doesn't want to like forget about it or something, and then that makes him angry, and then he came up with a plan to revenge. For his revenge.
The other guy never moved on.
Sometimes you gotta forget, and move on. With your friends too.
That's true.
A lot of times they don't say what you think they're saying, or they don't mean what you think they're saying.
Okay, so are you gonna give some time to these two people to talk about the?
Do you guys want to go talk about the other one?
Yes.
I think the other one will be a lot good too.
Because I kind of like this one's like pulling teeth. It's super hard.
Right, the next one, the lottery.
That one's really weird too.
I kind of liked the
Yeah.
way the guy set it up though. Like I liked learning about each character and learning about their little traditions and learning about everything they're doing. And like I don't know, it's interesting just the way that that he described all the people.
Yeah.
Imagine if we live in that kind of village. How does gay people do?
But like, why would you need to stone somebody?
It's like a tradition.
Yeah, but
Like
some
it's
of
like
them
a
are.
belief.
Maybe I don't know, like overpopulation. Maybe this also helps keep them in line.
Well, cause I don't know, cause I'm from the island, and like we have like some superstitious beliefs. Maybe that's the reason why, because we have our own like, traditional ways of living, and maybe this traditions has been passed down from generation to generation. And
Oh,
we don't know the reason why behind it, but maybe if they stone someone and then it's a way of like blessings come into the village or something.
That makes
Or
sense.
Like a sacrifice.
it's like because with the ritual, it's more like a sacrifice they make for the whole village.
yeah.
I'm looking up a summary of
What do you think about the mom that got killed? That she was the one that's like, oh, it's not fair, it's not fair. And it turns out she's the one that's gonna get stoned. What do you think of that? I was looking at that and I'm like,
So this summary suggests that like they kept this, like you were saying, they kept this tradition, to like because they believed that it would help their crops grow, and that
And it makes sense because the story like it's like way back. I think it's 18 something when this started published. And if like watching this kind of movies like old movies like they have some villages they worship like a dragon or something.
yeah.
So
But like even the lady's own son threw stones at her.
he believes it too. And it's interesting because like when you're, I don't know. I was talking to one of my friends. We went to the Hawaiian temple over. I can't remember what the town is called on the way to Waimea. Pupuke, I think that's what it is. I can't remember. But there's a Hawaiian temple up there, or where there was one, and we were discussing why people did human sacrifice or why they would. And a lot of times, like he was telling me that people would offer themselves to be sacrificed because it's an honor. And so it's just the culture that you grow up in. It's something that you've done your whole life, and so it's like something that you're used to. And here it may not be an honor to do it, but everyone still participates because it's for the welfare of the entire village. And they all believe that.
Do you think it represents anything? Maybe a country?
I'm not sure I'd like to read into which country it is.
Well, we're having something quite similar going on right now.
How
The
so?
American country. America is. Donald Trump is. Nancy Pelosi announced that they're going to try to impeach the president. Kind of like a story. Just in a different way. Political instead of actual story.
That's fair, yeah. That's true. I hadn't thought about it that way.
Like, does the baby represent people that are just dragged along, innocents that have no idea what's actually going on? Kind of sad.
So maybe this talks about this town has always had this tradition, and it has kind of like a grave consequence. Maybe it could be suggesting that the grave consequence isn't worth the tradition. Like people just go along because that's what's always been done. Like they keep the box in a poor condition just because they always have this box. And like that's what Mr. Summers was suggesting earlier on in the story, that like every summary saying we should replace this box because it's getting all worn down, and everyone just kind of waits until it doesn't make a bother about it anymore. So maybe it's just like change is worth it. Change is
Like waiting for that change.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jackson. Start with the man in the mirror.
Cool. Okay, so how are the elements of the plot important in this story? So the exposition. How is this important?
Kind of gave us an understanding on how it was going to show up. So as opposed to the other one where we had like no idea what was going to happen, this one kind of gave us a little idea, like the first starting off when it was like, you know, the kids getting ready for stones, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That was kind of like the first thing, you know, how everyone's just gathering, like kind of, it's like they're preparing for something.
Uh-huh.
So we knew it was going to be some sort of big thing because everyone was prepared to be there. So.
Well, it sets it up. Tells you where the box has been, where they keep it, how they esteem it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it sat at the floor of the post office for a while. Nobody likes it. Oh, there you got the black spot. Sorry. Pirates of the Caribbean. Black spot.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, so the exposition tells us things about characters that adds how we respond to the story. It it definitely lets us know and keeps us going as it fills us in that everybody's in on this tradition. Everybody knows what it is. Like even the little kids grabbing rocks at the beginning of the story, like you said.
So it kind of set us up.
It was like it tells us like everyone knows what they're supposed to do before the to do.
And it shows us that the characters are comfortable with this because they're 100% aware, and they're like,
are they comfortable or are they just accepting?
if
They
you're,
realize you need to do it.
well, I mean, they are preparing to do it. I think a person that's just accepting would just kind of sit there and let everybody else go for it.
I guess one thing that kind of like confused me was like the title of the lottery. Like when I first saw it, I just looked at it now, that's why. Like double check that there wasn't a second meaning behind it, but like, you know, lottery just being like you get to win something, you know. It's kind of different here in this way. You obviously don't get to win something, but you like kind of lose it. But like village in this way is kind of winning something. I guess that's what.
It's luck,
Mm.
but in this case, it's bad luck.
Yeah.
instead of good luck. True.
Luck doesn't exist. Other than
So what?
blessing.
Okay.
Another thing that I was like, reading from it, because you know the box that they have to put all the family members' name inside. I think the reason why they name it lottery is because they have to yeah, they have to like pull names out from the box, and if your name had a dot, then you're the one that chosen the chosen one to be sacrificed. So maybe that's the reason behind that. The topic. But yeah.
Where did she go?
To the back.
Oh,
She went.
Hey, prof. Just drink lots of water, dude. Cool. Alright. What's the major conflict in this story? And how does it relate to the story's message? Okay, so the major conflict, they kill people. The story's message, change is good, tradition, like, I don't know, bad traditions are bad, or traditions with poor outcomes are bad.
sometimes you don't need to hold on to tradition.
You don't, so just because it's done, or it has been done forever, doesn't mean you have to do it.
To do it. And maybe those people need to be educated.
Yeah.
Because if they depend on these traditions for blessings on their crops, then
They have no idea what they're talking about.
They need to learn how to water their plants
yeah,
better.
like really.
That's true. Okay, when does the climax come?
Climax. Towards the end.
Yeah, it's like
Probably
closer to
the-
the end.
Very end, maybe.
Because a lot of it, like the in between, was kind of like just them talking within each other and like
It's like explaining the beginning of the thing, and then everyone's like getting prepared, and
bickering between each other in a way.
and like towards the end, and then
Yeah.
okay, that's the event. Like preparing more.
Yeah.
And she threw, and they started throwing rocks at her. But, and then it's the end. It's like, did she die?
So the climax is when they stone the lady.
Yes.
How is it important to the story's message?
Finally, the most exciting thing ever.
I think what one of you guys was saying earlier, when like even the son was stoning this woman. I think that's especially important to the message because like yeah, for her son to completely betray her in this way is like
They
it's kind of
definitely
atrocious.
Change the tradition.
Yeah.
I think not only that, like he would have felt like as though if he didn't do it, then something could happen to him. Like he didn't go with was kind of like majority rules in a way, but obviously you still have love for your mum.
It makes me think of the scary story.
Even your scary stories.
You know the movie? Have you watched it? There's a reason why just came out. But it's like the same story. Like that.
Whoa. I'm probably never gonna watch
Yeah.
it, so you can spoil it for me if you want.
So it's like a family tradition that they, whenever they marry someone, they have to bring it in the house.
That's
They
right. I've
have to
seen the
play a
trailer
game.
of that.
And the game is you have to kill that person
I saw
What?
to make a sacrifice.
Anytime you marry someone,
Yeah.
you have to kill your spouse. What?
And the guy like didn't want to kill the wife
Right.
because he loved his wife, but he ended up trying to kill her. And then like the end, the wife ended up killing everyone because they failed to complete the mission. So I think that kind of a spirit that they worship.
What? Gotcha.
Mission Impossible. Gosh, people.
I just heard we were talking about a scary story, and I heard this creepy whisper. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't understand.
That was the point.
I was like, what the heck is happening?
Like like we can see the effect of it. Just like what Irene was saying. Maybe the kid was like he didn't want to do it, but he has to do it because he was afraid of what's gonna happen if he don't participate.
Well, but does he know? It's a small child. Maybe he's just going with the crowd.
Even if it's a small child, they've been like this tradition has been passing from our from generation to generation. So it's just the way they live. So it's part of them.
That's true.
You're right.
Sweet. Okay, how's the conflict resolved or not resolved?
It's not resolved.
It's ongoing because that's what they'll do next year.
If we don't know anything about this story, all we know is
It's
that
been
everybody
going
grab some
years.
rocks. If we assume they're stoning, maybe they're burying her. I don't know.
And how does that relate to the story's message? It kind of makes me feel like uneasy, the fact that next year they're going to do the same thing. Like, this is ongoing. I think it supports the message a lot because it leaves you with the feeling that, like, really, you guys are dumb enough to do this all every year.
Like the thing behind it is like, has it worked? You know, if they think it's to, like what we think is sacrifice, like to have their crops grow or whatever, like, is it the reason why they're still doing it is because it's not working or is it working? You know?
Yeah, that's true.
Like, either way, it could, like, are they continuing to do it because
Because they never
it's not
say
working?
anything
Like,
if
yeah,
it's
then
not
say
working
how
or it's working.
Maybe
But we can
if
think
it
of
doesn't
that.
work,
they're
they'll be
just
like,
always
oh, we
keep-
didn't do
Just
it
like
right
continue
this
Yeah,
doing
time.
yeah.
it because
They're scared that if they don't do it, then it will never work.
They just need education.
Okay.
Educate them all. We're done?
Yeah.
Great.
Good job, Ricky.